and response. Vastu, Vastu, Samye, Samye, Chitta, Chitta, Vedat, Vedat, Tayor, Tayor, Vibhaktaha, Vibhaktaha, Pantaha, Pantaha. Vastu Samye Chitta Veda Tayo Vibhaktaha Pantaha. All together twice. Vastu Samye Chitta Veda Tayo Vibhaktaha Pantaha. Vastu Samye Chitta Vedantayor Vibhaktaha Pantaha. Om. And let's just take a moment. You can put the chant books down, close the eyes. I'm just going within just a moment. I'll let the chanting really ground you, bring you into the room, putting away the other things that you're thinking about, the things you have to go home to. And just a couple of breaths, just noticing your breath. And try to deepen your breath on the next couple of breaths. And let's just breathe all together. Very easy pranayama. We'll breathe in the nose 8 counts, out of the nose 8 counts, 3 times. And close the mouth. Breathe in through the nose 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And release. And I'm going to read the interpretation we have of our sutra. Each person will receive and interpret an object in a unique way according to their state of mind. All objects are empty and only appear through the lens of the individual's projections. And Austin has written a beautiful exploration. I really appreciate this one. And it's the title is, What's Your Relationship with Krishna? And he talks about how someone asked him at like a teacher event what his relationship to Krishna was, and he told them that it was none of their business. And he talks about the religion he grew up with, and basically the overall gist is that, and I think this is a beautiful parting message, is that it's not our job to tell you what your relationship to God, whatever you call God, is. It's, we just send you along your way to keep exploring that spiritual path. And I work at a substance abuse intensive outpatient place. And I was there today, and I read a little devotional, and it talked about the spiritual path. And I said, even if you don't believe in a spiritual path, whatever brought you here to this program is a spiritual message saying that there's a higher being that takes care of you. And no, we're not at a substance abuse program right now, but if you start to connect the dots, you start to see, okay, this made sense. This led to this, and I am being taken care of at this moment. So yeah, I keep like Austin. I hope I can convince you to keep looking for the spiritual in your path going forward. So let's take just a moment to close the eyes and set an intention for this practice. It could just be, I will look for the spiritual signs in my life. Whatever it is, find that sentence, repeat it to yourself now. All right. And you can open the eyes, close the chant books, put them all to the side, and then bring your feet as wide as the mat. And you can have the feet flexed like this, and then start to lower one knee down. This is internal hip rotation. And then lift back up and the other side. And just explore this. And on your own time, keep going. I'm going to turn on the music. And we can start to practice Ujjayi Pranayama. And that is breathing in and out of the nose with a little constriction in the back of the throat. Let's see here. All right. Now bring the feet back to parallel and then cross the right ankle over the left thigh and bring your hands behind you. The fingers are pointing forward. We're going to do a tabletop with our legs in this figure 4. So inhale, lift up. You can squeeze the top and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, lower 4. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, lower 3. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, lower 2. Inhale, lift and squeeze. And exhale, lower. And bring your right foot to the floor. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. And other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower 5. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower 4. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower 3. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower 2. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Good. And just bring your left foot down. And you can cross the ankles and bring your hands forward and make your way back to downward dog. Just take a moment to pedal out the feet. Giving your calves a little love, your ankles a little love. Engage Mula Bandha, that little pull up of the pelvic floor. And if you do not want hands on assist, raise a leg. If you do not want lotions, raise a leg. All right, let's find some stillness here in downward dog. 10 breaths. Inhale, exhale, 10, inhale, exhale, 9, inhale, exhale, 8, inhale, exhale, 7, inhale, exhale, 6, inhale, exhale, 5, inhale, exhale, 4, inhale, exhale, 3, inhale, exhale, 2, inhale, exhale, 1, inhale out to plank, stay here, exhale, 5, inhale, exhale, 4, inhale, exhale, 3, just lower a little bit, exhale, 2, inhale, exhale, lower the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, pull the chest through to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, bring the seat to the heels. Extend the legs, coming into downward dog. Good. And walk the feet forward till the hips are over the ankles, the shoulders are over the wrists. Allow the head to relax, the neck to be loose. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. You can use your blocks. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. If you feel steady, bring your hands behind your back. Clasp the hands. Extend the arms towards the sky and let the hands fall over your head towards the windows. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3, inhale. Exhale, 2, inhale. Exhale, release the clasp. Let the hands come back down to the earth or the blocks. And walk the feet out and turn the feet out at the edges of the mat so the toes are on the wooden floor. Bend the knees, coming into a deep squat. Bring the hands to prayer. Good. You can find a little external hip rotation here. We are working on internal earlier, now external. Now lower your left shoulder blade down inside the knee. Bring your left hand down and lift your right arm up. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale back to the center. Now lower your right shoulder blade down to the right, your right hand down, left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Bring the hands down, lift the hips high, walk the feet back in, and slowly roll up. Now, bring your feet together. Let's do some side bending. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, clasp the hands together. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend to the right. Let's do one more round. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend to the right. Now come back to center. Bring the hands behind the head. Lift your chest. Pull the elbows back. And lift your chin. Lower your chin into the chest. Elbows together. 2 breaths. Lift back up. Bring the hands by the sides. Now, before we do our chaturangas, we're going to do just a little workshop-y thing. I'll bring you some blocks. So you're going to all take your blocks, and we're just going to work on chaturanga for just a minute, because chaturanga is hard. So I want you to bring your blocks like this. And you're going to bring your thumbs right behind your blocks. So the thumbs are pointing to the middle of the block. So your arms are just a little turned out more than usual, just a little bit. And then your knees are on the floor. And then you can look at me for a second. So you're going to go ahead and come into the plank. And then for finding chaturanga, you bring you come forward, and then you just bend the elbows straight back. And it's like your shoulders are going to rest on the blocks, and then you come forward to up dog, and then come back to downward dog. So let's try that. So start with your thumbs right behind the blocks, and then extend your legs to a plank. Now you've got to come forward. Bring your knees off the floor. Yeah, come forward and just bend the elbows straight back. Yeah. And then before you hit the blocks, roll over your feet to up dog, and then roll over your feet to down dog. Do it again. So let me watch this one more time. So go ahead and start with come to plank, and then come forward, then the elbows straight back. Yeah, and then roll over your feet to up dog, and roll over your feet to down dog. Better, Erin. Yeah, did that feel better? It's hard, right? And do it one more time. I haven't watched you two in the back. So you got to bring your shoulders forward, bring the elbows straight back. Now try not to lower. You're kind of lowering with your hips first. You want to first, so bend the elbows. So you're like that. And then roll up to up dog. And then roll back to down dog. You never actually drop the hips. You're like this, and then you come forward, and then you come back. So good. I think that helped people. So good. Let's go ahead and bring the blocks back to how you usually use them. And let's come to stand back up to Tadasana. Any questions about that? Did it help? Yeah, it's a funny little tool. All right, a little workshop-y tool. All right, Jivamukti, Surya Namaskar. Inhale with straight legs. Hook the thumbs, lift the arms by the ears and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the hands down and behind to clasp. Straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hands to earth or block. Step the right foot back to low lunge. Exhale, step back to downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to plank. Keep going forward. Exhale, knees to chest to chin. Lead the hips high. Yeah, like. Inhale, pull the chest through to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, seat to heels, extend the legs. Downward dog. Inhale the right foot forward to lunge. Exhale the left foot forward, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, lift the arms by the ears and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the hands down and behind to clasp, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hands to earth or blocks, left foot back to low lunge. Exhale, step back, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to earth. Inhale, pull the chest through to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, seat to heels. Extend the legs, downward dog. Inhale the left foot forward, lunge. Exhale the right foot forward, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, lift the arms by the ears and arch back. Exhale, Tadasana. Ashtanga A, inhale, lift the prayer overhead, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, hands to earth or blocks. Inhale, look up halfway, prepare. Exhale, jump or step back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, looking past the hands. Inhale, jump or step between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lift up through a flat back. Bring the prayer above the head. Gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, Tadasana. So let me just give something real quick. So when we have come into Tadasana and in Warrior One, which we're about to do now, bring your hands forward and press the little fingers together. That's going to open up the shoulders, and you're looking up at the thumb. So it's like they're on a 45-degree angle. Yeah, a 45-degree angle. All right, so Ashtanga B has Warrior One in it. So inhale, bend the knees, lift the prayer. You can do that here as well. Exhale, fold over the legs, hands to earth. Inhale, look up halfway, prepare. Exhale, jump or step back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, the right foot forward, left heel to earth, lift up Warrior One. Exhale, hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel to earth, lift up Warrior One. Exhale, hands down, step back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel to earth, lift up Warrior One. Exhale, hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel to earth, lift up Warrior One. Exhale, hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Stay here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, looking past the hands. Inhale, jumper step between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees back to awkward chair. Exhale, Tadasana. Yes. Awkward chair is a great strengthener of the lower abs and the pelvic floor, because it's like you're sitting your tailbone straight down. You have to really pull in the pelvic floor and your lower abs. And it also is really good for opening up the front of the ankles. So we'll do that again in just a minute. So bring your feet as wide as your hips. Right, and this lineage, it's more like a little, instead of like this, it's more like a little crunch. And if you're pressing the little fingers together, you're also opening up the shoulders. It's really like a whole body, yeah. So let's bring the feet as wide as the hips, thumbs to the sacrum, lift the chest, and fold forward. Hold on to your big toes. If you have to bend the knees a little bit, that's fine. Now extend everything, your legs, your arms, your back, looking forward. And then fold over the legs. You're trying to straighten the legs. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Let go of the toes. Bring the thumbs back to the sacrum. Lift all the way up. Find a little back bend. And then come back to Tadasana. So let's do the awkward chair now. So inhale, bend the knees, lift the prayer, and feel that little crunch. Now bring the hands to heart center. Now you have to go even lower and twist to your right side. Your left elbow's outside the thigh. Good. Inhale, bring your feet together. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale back to the front. Lift the prayer. And exhale, fold over the legs. Bring the hands to the earth or blocks. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the prayer, back to awkward chair. Find that little crunch. And then hands to heart center, twist to the left. Right elbows outside the thigh. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Come back to the center. Lift the prayer. And exhale, fold over the legs. Now listen closely. Inhale, look up halfway. And exhale, step the left foot back to a low lunge. Lower the knee to the earth. Lift the arms by the ears. Again, hands to prayer, twist to the right. Left elbows outside the thigh. And then lift the knee up. Keep pushing the heel back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Now lower your left heel to the earth and lift up to warrior 2. Now left arm down, right arm reaching back. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, lift up, extend the right leg. An extended side angle A. Bend the right knee. Bring the right hand outside the right foot. Everybody, you can use a block. And the left arm reaches over the ear towards the window. Yes. Thumb side up. Inhale. Exhale, 1, inhale. Exhale, 2, inhale. Exhale, 3, inhale. Exhale, 4, inhale. Exhale, 5. Lower your left hand to the floor. Your left heel can lift off the floor, and then step the left foot forward next to the right and extend the legs, folding over the legs. Inhale, look up halfway, and exhale, bring the right leg back to a low lunge. Lower the knee to the earth. Lift the arms by the ears. Exhale, hands to prayer, twist to the left, right elbows outside the thigh, and lift the right knee off the earth. Inhale. Exhale, 1, inhale. Exhale, 2, inhale. Exhale, 3, inhale. Exhale, 4, inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Lower your right heel to the earth and lift up to warrior 2. Stay here. Right arm down, left arm reaches back. Reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, 1, inhale. Exhale, 2, inhale. Exhale, 3, inhale. Exhale, 4, inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift up, extend your front leg. And exhale, extended side angle A. Left hand outside the left foot. Right arm over the ear. Thumb side up. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Lower your right hand to the earth. Lift the right heel off the floor. And then step the right foot next to meet the left and fold over the legs. Good. Inhale, bend the knees. Lift the prayer back to Utkatasana. Stay here 5 breaths. Exhale, 5. Pull in the lower abs. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, back to Tadasana. All right, so a little bit of internal hip rotation. We're going to work on warrior 3 at the wall. So everybody take your 2 blocks. You don't need to move your mat to the wall. Just find a spot on the wall. You need to be 1 leg length away. So you can measure your leg like that and then turn around. Yeah, 1 leg length away. Good. All right, so now you're just fold forward and bring your blocks down to the floor. Press your hands into the blocks. Now lift the right foot up to the wall. You might have to adjust a little bit. Now see if you can feel that the toes, you got to slightly internally rotate the right leg, really press the right foot into the wall, and then look back and see if indeed your right toes are pointing straight down. Good. And if they are, lift back up. Maybe you can come up to the fingertips on the block. Keep pressing the right foot into the wall and lift the hands back to the wall, looking forward. Warrior 3. Lower this right hip a little bit. Yeah, try to extend the leg. See if you can lift the arms and just look slightly forward. Aaron, lower your right hip a little bit more. Yeah, I know this one's tough. It takes a lot of back strength. Good. And then go ahead and lower your hands back to the blocks. Lower the right foot down and shake it out. And let's do the other side. So go ahead and lift your left foot up to the wall, and just if you need to. And you want to internally rotate so the toes are pointing straight down. See if you can feel that your hips are even or not. Yeah, that's better, Aaron. Lower this left hip. Good. You might even look back at your toes and see if they are pointing straight down. Lower this hip a little bit more. Keep pressing into the wall. Maybe come up to the fingertips. Maybe the hands reach back. And you do 5 breaths. Good. Look slightly forward. Good, that's good. And that pressing into the wall, you want to find that sensation when you come to the center of the room. So let's go ahead and lower the hands back down the blocks, lower the foot and leg and shake it out. Yeah, warrior 3. Ain't no piece of cake. Okay, so let's come back to the mats. Good job, y'all. We're going to do it in situ, on the mat, in situation. All right, so let's come to Tadasana. You don't have to use the blocks like that. You can just put them back down regular. And from Tadasana, bend the knees, lift the prayer. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, look up halfway, prepare. Exhale, jump or step back into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, the right foot forward, left heel to earth, lift up, warrior 1. Exhale here. Inhale, extend the leg and open to the side. Exhale, warrior 2. Bring the left arm forward next to the right. Lift your left heel off the floor. Exhale, you prepare. Inhale, lift up to warrior 3, but we're only going to stay half a breath. Exhale, come back to warrior 1. We'll get 5 breaths on the end. Inhale, extend your leg, open to the side. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, left arm forward, left heel off. Exhale, prepare. Inhale, lift up to warrior 3. Exhale, back to warrior 1. Inhale, extend the leg, open the side. Exhale, warrior 2. Now 5 breaths. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, prepare. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, 5. Remember that wall. You're pressing your foot. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Slightly looking up. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee, come back to warrior 1. Inhale, extend the leg, open the side, and then bring your right hand down, your left hand down, step back to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Let's breathe 3 breaths here and prepare for the other side. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 1. Inhale the left foot forward, right heel to earth. Lift up, warrior 1. Exhale, inhale, extend the leg, open to the side. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, bring the right arm forward, right heel off the floor. Exhale, prepare. Inhale, lift up to warrior 3. Exhale, back to warrior 1. Inhale, extend the leg, open to the side. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale the right arm forward. Exhale, prepare. Inhale, lift up to warrior 1. Exhale, back to warrior 1. Inhale, extend the leg, open to the side. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale the right arm forward. Prepare. This time, lift up. 5 breaths. The foot is pressing into that imaginary wall. Internally rotate the legs. The toes are pointing down. Lower your right hip so it's even to the left. Look slightly forward. Keep reaching your hands back. Take one more breath. And exhale, bend the front knee. Come back to warrior 1. Inhale, extend. Open the side and bring the left hand down, the right hand down. Step back to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to earth. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, seat to heels, come back to downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, looking past the hands. Jump or step between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Bend the knees, lift the prayer, Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana. We're going to do another balance that also has a little internal hip rotation, and that's eagle. So you can use a block if you want, or you may be able to find the bind. So I'll show it with the block. So root your left foot down, hug the right knee into the chest. Now bend your left knee, cross the right thigh on front. Maybe the toes come behind, or you can press the toes into the block. Now bring your left elbow forward. Your right arm is down and up. Take a breath in. Yep. So your right leg is on top. Your left arm's forward. Take a breath in and then fold over. You have to really pull in your pelvic floor and your lower abs. Maybe your elbows come to your thigh. Breathe here. Good. Good. Now lift back up. You can unfurl the arms and hug the knee into the chest. Good. Did you feel that you can release the foot? Did you feel that little bit of internal hip rotation with like that? And if you don't find the bind, that's fine. You can use the block and really press the toes down into the block. Will help you. Let's do the other side. You got to move the block over if you're going to use it. Root the right foot down, lift the left knee into the chest. Bend your right knee. Now the left thigh is on front. Find the bind or use the block. Now the right elbow is forward. Left arm is down and up. Take a breath in. And then round your back. Bring the elbows down to the thigh. 5 breaths. Good. Lift back up. You can unfurl the arms, hug the knee into the chest, and allow the foot to float down. Beautiful. All right. So let's practice our inversions. I'm going to let you choose. You can go to the wall, or you can do it in the middle of the room, and you can do headstand, forearm stand, or hand or head or forearm for about 4 minutes, including this setup, I guess 5. Or now, do you have headstands in your practice? Okay, so let's bring your mat over to the wall. And you didn't tell me if you had any injuries or anything, no? No. Okay. Okay. So you can practice like this. So clasp your hands together and bring the top of the head to the floor like that. And then you're just going to tuck the toes and extend the legs. And you can stay here, or you may be able to start walking the feet forward. And if you get your back flat on the wall, maybe you could practice lifting up a little bit. Just do what you can. Yeah. And you can just stay with your feet on the floor if you need to. Good. I'm going to read a little bit from his exploration. I recall an awkward moment when a well-meaning German teacher asked me, "What is your relationship with Krishna?" On hearing the question, I curtly responded, "That is between Krishna and myself. It's none of your business." My response came from a deeply personal mindset. As an American who values religious freedom and the anonymity that comes with it, I do not feel I need to explain my religious values to a professional colleague. Also, as someone who was raised Protestant, I was always encouraged to have a personal relationship with God that I did not have to express publicly. In Protestantism, privacy in spiritual matters is cherished. Protestantism is a religious movement within Christianity founded by Martin Luther, whose aim was to reform the Roman Catholic Church. Luther emphasized the idea that an individual could have a direct and personal relationship with God in an ordinary, everyday kind of way. This informality directly challenged the traditional authoritarian, dogmatic institution of the Roman Catholic Church. According to Luther, a Catholic priest no longer had the authority to ask to hear an individual's confession or the right to seek information about a parishioner's relationship with God. It was none of their business. And I think you can definitely, if you're looking at the words that Jesus says in the New Testament, I think you can definitely see that there is a reason to believe that it is within the person. You know, sometimes you hear that Jesus was informed by Eastern religions, and I believe it is possible if you really just focus on what he said in the New Testament, instead of going to Apostle Paul is where it became more of a, what the Roman Catholic Church came out of, is Apostle Paul's beliefs. So let's come on down to a child seat. Breathe here a few breaths. And this essay here could have been, what's your relationship with Shiva or Krishna or anybody? Lakshmi. I like Lakshmi. But I also really like Shiva because he was the original yogi you hear. Let's bring the mats back to the center of the room. And he had kind of a wildness that Krishna doesn't seem to have. There's a lot of stories about Krishna that I want to keep reading, but there was a wildness that Shiva had. There's just so much knowledge about yoga to keep exploring, and how Hinduism works its way in there, but also Buddhism. Patanjali was about the time of Buddha. So let's come back to a downward dog. Make your way back to a downward dog. And inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to earth. Inhale, pull the chest through. Exhale, lift the hands off the earth. Back strengthener. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Rock out the hips. Shalabhasana, bring the arms alongside the body. The feet are together. Palms up, forehead to mat. Inhale, lift everything up. Balance on the navel. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Rock it out. Bend the knees, reach back, hold on to the ankles. Good. Inhale, lift up, balance on the navel. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Rock it out. Another round, bend the knees, reach back, hold on to the ankles. Yes, variations welcome. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4, inhale, lift. Sorry. Exhale, lower. Yeah, a little sweaty. Okay, go ahead and roll over to the back. And let's just take a moment. You can windshield wiper the knees back and forth. If you want to practice a supported bridge for a few breaths, you're welcome to do that. In some ways, this exploration ties in a lot with the exploration last month, where we were talking about the difference between a teacher and a guru. If you read the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, which I must confess I've only skimmed, I've tried to read it. It talks about how a guru will let you know when you're ready to move on to the next thing. And a teacher could guide you like that, but especially the spiritual, we're not going to say, okay, now you are ready to go read the whole Mahabharata. We're not going to do that. We're going to encourage you to keep studying on your own. And yes, we could ask questions, but we're not going to tell anybody what to do. And go ahead and lower down. Windshield wiper the knees back and forth. When it comes to your relationship, your spiritual relationship with God or universal consciousness, whatever you call it, 15 breaths for Urdhva Dhanurasana. So you decide if you want to do 1 of 15 breaths or 3 of 5 breaths. Yes, some people might want to do something, a supported bridge. Is Urdhva Dhanurasana in your practice, Katya? No? You want me to help you to do it? You want to hit? So go ahead and bring your hands, or actually you could look at, would you like to try it the way he's doing it with the blocks on the wall?
Can I try?
Yeah. Okay, good. Press down. I'm going to help you. Okay, good. Yes, nice. There you go. And your legs look great. You count your breaths. Keep your feet parallel. Nice. Good. Yeah, how many breaths did you do? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, we still have people exploring the Urdhva Dhanurasana. But if you are finished, yeah, go ahead and hug your knees to your chest. Nice. I'm going to just help you extend the arms just a little bit. Yep, good. And when you finish your 15 breaths, go ahead and hug your knees to your chest. Happy baby, if happy baby's in your practice. Hug the right knee into the chest and extend the left leg long. And lift the right leg up to the sky. And then bring your right leg across your body to the floor. And look back to the right. Good. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Hug both knees back into the chest. And this time, keep the left knee in, extend the right leg long, lift the left leg up to the sky, and the left leg across your body to the floor, and look back to the left. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Hug the knees back into the chest. Any last adjustments you need here for your low back? And then let's bring the arms to the side, press the hands down into the floor, lift both feet up to the sky. Take an inhale here, and exhale, lower both legs over to the left. Inhale back to center. Your hands are pressing down. And exhale, lower both legs over to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Come back to center. Hold on to the back of your legs. And let's roll up and back. And then roll up. Grab on both big toes, yogi toe lock. Extend out to the side, blossoming lotus. Now let go and come into wide angled, yep. Now you can walk the hands forward or you can hold on the big toes, reach your chest forward, find your edge here. 8 breaths. Exhale, 7. Exhale, 6. Exhale, 5. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 1. Come back up. Now bring your legs forward for Paschimottanasana. Take a deep breath in. Reach forward, hold on wherever you can. Pull your chest to the clock wall. 10 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Lift up. We're going to do a little quad opener. So roll a little bit to the right, bend your left knee and bring your heel by your hip. And now we can bring your hands behind you, kind of lift up, curl the tailbone under. Maybe you come down to the elbows. You might have to lift and curl under again. Maybe you stay there, or maybe you come all the way to the floor. But think about pressing your thigh and your hip bone up to the sky, opening up the left quad. Good. Good. A couple more breaths. Now see if you can lift up to the elbows. And then you can just roll a little bit to the right and extend your leg forward. And then other side, go to just the left a little bit, bend your right knee so your heel comes back next to your buttocks. And then you have to kind of lift up and curl your tailbone under, come down to your elbows. Maybe you stay there or lift up again, come all the way down to your back. Breathe here. I think we were at 8 breaths. Good. Now come back up to the elbows. Try to come up evenly. And then come all the way up and just roll a little to the left. Extend your right leg out again. And then Bend the knees out to the side, bringing the feet together. Bring the heels to your pelvic bone for Baddha Konasana. Open the feet like a book. Take a deep breath in. And you have to reach your chest forward and then lower the top of your head to the mat. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Lift up. Now you can lay back on your back for Supta Baddha Konasana. Now, so we talked a little about an internal hip rotation. This is definitely external hip rotation. So let's stay here a few breaths. All right. You are welcome to stay here. Another option is to drag your mat to the wall and bring your legs up the wall, or you can practice shoulder stand. And Katya, did you have a shoulder stand in your practice? You want me to show you how to do it? We like to use the blanket. So lift up a little bit. Just lift up like that. We're going to put the blanket here, and then we can roll this over. And you're going to lay back so your shoulders are on the edge there. Your head's on the floor. And then, yeah, there. Bring your feet overhead. Bring your hands up your back. Good. Yeah, the elbows are good. Bring the elbows a little closer together. And you're trying to get your feet over the hips and the hips over the shoulders. So good. We'll be here about 3 minutes. While I am no longer a practicing Protestant, the concept of spiritual autonomy has stuck with me throughout my spiritual journey. And it's probably kept me from being seduced by more than one religious cult. Because I am suspicious of religious authority, Jivamukti was as close as I've ever come to being involved with a cult. Cult leaders and religious institutions demand that followers give up a personal relationship with God and take on the same cookie-cutter relationship as the institution's leadership requires. Anything outside of that is considered heresy. The Oxford Dictionary defines a heretic as a person holding an opinion at odds with what is generally accepted. Historically, Orthodox institutions have used extreme measures to punish and suppress the heretic. Think of the Spanish Inquisition. Ironically, the concept of heresy goes against any spiritual teachings that view a spiritual journey as ascending to a higher consciousness. Consider Christianity and how each of the 12 apostles had a unique personal relationship with Jesus. Jesus said James and John were sons of thunder, quick-tempered and eager to debate with him. Peter was impulsive. Thomas was filled with skepticism. But it was by having unique relationships with Jesus that each apostle ascended into a higher union with God. And I would say most Christians would be sort of horrified if you said that we were a part of the divine, which we talk about that in the yoga tradition, that non-dualistic, dualistic would be God is one place and I am not God. And then we talk more about the non-dualistic, where you start to realize that you are of that one cloth, that everyone is. Not only we are, but everyone else is too. You start seeing the divine in everyone. But like the Patanjali's Yoga Sutra that we sang, each person will receive and interpret the object in a unique way according to their state of mind. Even if everybody in this room believes that they are a little piece of divinity. Everybody sees it in a different way and explores that relationship in a different way. Let's bring the feet overhead to plow. And you might see it as a different way as you grow older and keep exploring. It might change, which is also part of the beauty of it. You know, it's a path. I read that reaching the end is the ego's desire, but the path is the spirit's desire. Option to lower the knees around the ears, Karnapidasana. And lowering, using the hands as brakes, slowly lowering down. And you can remove the padding, or Erin, you could bring your mat back facing this way. And let's all come into a to a fish. So prop up on the forearms, lift the chest to the sky, lower the top of the head to the mat. And breathing all together, 10 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale the chin to the chest. Exhale, lower down. Set up for Shavasana. And I'm going to start the Shavasana by leading us through a body scan. So as I mention a part of the body, focus on that part of the body. Release any tension you feel there in that part of the body. Right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, right palm, right wrist, right forearm, right elbow, right upper arm, right shoulder. The entire right arm is now completely relaxed. Shift your attention to the left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger. Left palm, left wrist, left forearm, left elbow, left upper arm, left shoulder. Your entire left arm is now completely relaxed. Shift your attention to the big toes, noticing both big toes equally. Second toes, third toes, fourth toes, little toes, soles of the feet, tops of the feet, both ankles, both calves, both shins, both knees, back of the thighs, tops of the thighs, buttocks, pelvic center, low back, navel center, middle back, solar plexus, upper back, heart center, back of the neck, throat center, back of the head, the part connected to the earth, chin, jaw, lips, cheeks, ears, nose, eyes. Allow the eye sockets to sink back 1% more into the skull. Temples, third eye point in the center of the forehead, crown of the head, whole body. I'm going to come around and give a little lotion on the neck. And begin to deepen the breath. Noticing the movement in the torso as you deepen the breath. Allowing movement to extend any joints that are ready to move. And stretching the arms overhead. Hugging the knees into the chest. And slowly taking your time to roll over to the right side. You can pause here a moment. Recall your intention that you set for the practice. Repeat it now to yourself. Press your top hand down. Lift yourself back up. We'll do a little bit more pranayama. So set yourself up. Well, after the pranayama, we'll move into meditation. So let's practice Nadi Shodhana. We'll be here for about 2 minutes. So closing off your right nostril, breathe in through the left. Close off the left, breathe out the right. Breathe in right. Close off right, breathe out left. Breathe in left. Close off left, breathe out right. Breathe in right. Close off right, breathe out left. Breathe in left. Close off left, breathe out right. Breathe in right. Close off right, breathe out left. Lower your hand, breathe in both. Exhale both. We'll enter into our meditation. For our mantra tonight, let's practice Sat Chit Ananda, truth, consciousness, and bliss. So as you breathe in, say to yourself, Sat Chit Ananda. As you breathe out, Sat Chit Ananda. Let's close with 3 ohms. Om. 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 Bringing the hands to prayer. I hope you will all continue to explore yoga and your spiritual path, even after Urban Sadhu is no more. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and namaste. Thank you all. And if you would